Hello to the new free champion rotation, Season 3, Week 12. As always, Yoga-chan here, and let's begin. To get started, this video is meant for people that haven't got any much experience with any of those champions that are free this week. Also, it is pointed for people that are new to this game. Let's get started. First off, we have Thresh. Thresh is a tank range support. He can be played at bot lane, he can be played at top lane, and as AD carry. But he is made to be support. He has some quite interesting spells that I want to talk about. He has a grab. He pretty much throws his chain to someone, and it grabs him. Well, it hooks him, and you can go towards the enemy, or you can pull him towards you. It's very annoying playing against Thresh because he also has his passive, which is sometimes they respawn souls, which he can pick up, and every soul gives him ability power and armor, which makes him very strong. His ultimate is called the box. He just places a box around him, and if you walk through any corner or any side of the box, it will damage and slow you. The second on the list is Zed. Zed is a fighter melee champion. Zed can be played at jungle, top lane, and mid lane. Zed is very strong. He has a lot of mobility. He's kind of hard to play, I guess. Yeah, he can throw shurikens that will damage. He has his shadow that he can place, and then it will mimic him with the spells that he does. And then he also has a spin, like a 360 rotation that will do damage to enemies that are around him. Then he has his ultimate, which he will fly to the enemy, so something like flying. I don't really know what it is, but he will go to the enemy. Then the enemy will get a mark on him, and every damage that he does, it doesn't matter with what, every damage that he does while the mark is on, will get the enemy will get damage for the same amount when the mark is gone. So it has a lot of burst damage, pretty much. The third on the list is Misfortune. Misfortune is a ranged carry champion. She can be played at bot lane as an AD carry. Misfortune has a few skills that are pretty hard to to use them correctly. She has her Q, which shoots a target, and then it can bounce to a different target. She has Make It Rain, or something like that. I don't really know what it is, but it's an area underground that bullets will come from out of the sky, which slows them and damage them, skilled on AP. And then she also has... I don't know, but she also has her ultimate, which... she shoots a cone of bullets in front of her, which will damage a lot. And that's what you have to place correctly in a team fight. The fourth one on this list is Xin Zhao. Xin Zhao is a assassin fighter melee champion. He can be played at jungle or top lane. He is very strong. He is one of the most easy to play champions in the game. All you have to do is right click and smash the skills. It doesn't really matter in which order you use them. It's very plain easy. So yeah, definitely one of the easiest champions to play. I will play him just for fun. I don't own him myself, but I will play him. The fifth one on the list is Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is a jungler ranged mage champion. Fiddlesticks can be played as a support, mid lane, or at the jungle. Fiddlesticks has a Fear, is silence, and a drain. His Q is a silence. It throws a bird to an enemy, and the bird can bounce to different enemies, but it will also silence, I'm sorry. And his W is a drain. He will just drain people, and it's just a channel time. He can't do anything else during it, but he damages them and it heals himself. His E is a Fear. Oh yeah, it's just a Fear. Then he has his ult, which he needs to cast for a moment, and then he teleports to the place that you selected. It's a very small area, by the way. and it will do damage around him, a lot of damage. The 6th on the list is Dr. Mundo. Dr. Mundo is a fighter melee champion. He can be played at top lane or at the jungle. Dr. Mundo has a skill that he can throw his axe to an enemy, which will do damage and slow. He also has his ultimate, which he regenerates like, I believe, full HP most of the time. But he can regenerate all his health back, and he gets movement speed increasement. Dr. Mundo is very strong, but also a tank, obviously. 7th on the list is Rammus. Rammus is a tank melee champion. He can be played at top lane, support, or at the jungle. Rammus has a powerball spell that makes him roll, and the movement speed that he does is increased over time. And when it hits someone while rolling, it will stun the target, and he will stop rolling as well. Then you have a shield, something like a shield, that will you go into a different stance, and you will get reduced damage. Then also you have a taunt. You can just taunt someone, and then you can walk, and he will follow you because he has to attack you for a different amount of time. And then his ultimate is rumor, something like that, and it does AoE damage, and it's pretty damn strong. You should probably build him like AP tank, I believe, or AD tank. I don't really know. You should just check it out. Which well, obviously he's AP tank. Yeah, he's AP tank. I'm sorry. Just build AP tank. He's very strong in team fights with his ultimate, and it's pretty fun to play as well. The 8th one on the list is Thresh. Thresh is a carry stealth range champion. He can be played on bot lane as an AD carry. He has a lot of damage, and he has a spell that he can go stealth for an amount of time. He can go instant stealth while out of combat, and when he's in of combat, it will take some time to get stealth. He also has a flask that he can throw to the enemies, which will slow them and do damage over time. And then he has another spell that when you hit the flask, you can damage them with extra poison. And his ultimate gives him the ability to shoot through targets and gets very long range. Also additional damage. So yeah, Thresh is very strong, and it's pretty fun to play as well. The 9th on the list is Veigar. Veigar is a ranged mage champion. Veigar can be played at mid lane. He has a lot of AP damage, and his Q, whenever you kill something with your Q, you will get extra AP. It's very strong. So basically what you want to do at Veigar is farm with your Q. His Q is just a basic cost damage spell. Then he has a meteor, which will take some time to go into the ground, but then it will do large damage. And then he has a stun. He will pretty much just put a fence on the ground, which will stun anyone that goes through the edges. And his ultimate's damage is scaled on the enemy's AP as well. So Veigar mid is very strong. You can just downburst. He can insta kill you every time. You should be very careful playing against Veigar when you're mid, because he can just snowball you and you're pretty much fucked. But he is pretty fun to play because you can one-shot people, which is always fun. The 10th on the list is Shen. Shen is a support tank melee champion. He can be played at jungle, top lane, or support. Shen is a pretty cool champion to play. He has a basic damage ability that throws his swords to someone and it will do damage. And then it has a mark on the enemy. When he does a basic attack on him, it will deal extra damage. Then he also has a taunt, and he also has a shield for himself. And I'm not sure, but it might be for the allies as well. But I'm not sure. And then his ultimate is a shield that can go global, so it's pretty useful when you have good communication with your team. You can really time it well to ult for a turret dive or an engage. So yeah, this was it for this week's New Free Champion Rotation, Season 3, Week 12. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys probably tomorrow in the next video. Have a nice day.